Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be like a beginner's guide which I wanted to share with you. Now I'm going to be talking about all of the products which I used when I just got into makeup. This is back like I think 2.5 to 3 years back, and there were like very few products which I used when I just started using makeup and I was just getting into it. And I feel like if you are also a beginner, then I think that these products will be absolutely amazing for you. They're just like 3 or 4 basic products which you should first invest in before you go and invest in like other makeup products, and like when you actually start expanding your makeup collection. Now I'm also planning to do this thing as a series where I'm going to be sharing like I think I'll talk about the other categories like later, and do this like as a series. Like in this video I'm going to talking about in this video I'll talk about only like the bare minimum things, and then later on I'll talk about them like category wise, and I'll let you guys know more about how you should start venturing it later on, and like how you can get into expansion of your makeup collection later on. So definitely let me know if you're interested in me doing this sort of thing and doing it like a series. So yeah, anyways, for this video we'll just talk about the bare minimum things that you should first invest in when you're just getting into makeup. Now the first thing which I would definitely tell you to invest in, I wish like there was someone who would tell me back in the day that I should invest in this, and that is a primer. Now a primer is something which I feel like is always portrayed as something which can be used like under foundation, and only used when you're doing a full face of makeup. And that is something which I used to also think about back in the day, that it's not something which I need to use every single day. But let me like break the bubble and tell you guys that no, primer is something which is actually protecting your face and protecting your skin. Like before you put makeup, it's like a protection layer. If you want that your makeup should not seep into your pores and clog your pores, then you should definitely be using a primer. Now if you're getting into makeup, you may or may not use makeup every single day, but I think that whenever you do, you should definitely make sure that you use a primer first. And there are a lot of different primers that you can invest in. There are silicone primers, there are more pore filling smoothing primers, there are also moisturizing and hydrating primers as well. I don't have like recommendations for moisturizing and hydrating ones, but if you want just a recommendation in general, which I have not personally tried but you still just want to know about it, then I would recommend the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. It's a really nice hydrating primer, but like otherwise I feel you can just use like a lot of different kind of moisturizing gels and stuff like that. Even those are really great at hydrating, but they may or may not really protect your skin, but they are definitely great if you have like dry skin and you want to make sure that the makeup you put on your face does not look like cakey and flaky. Because if you don't do a good skincare routine before you put on makeup, if you have dry skin, then it's going to look very cakey and flaky as well on your skin. If you have more like combination to oily skin, some great recommendations for primers. For silicone primers, I would say the one by Lotus, the Ecostay primer, is absolutely amazing. I'm almost out of my tube which I'm using right now. One which I've not used but I still think it's great, it's the one by Miss Claire. I've used that once but I don't own it myself. I used the one that my friend had and I did really like that one. It's also a great one. And Miss Claire primers in general I would just recommend, because I've tried quite a few and I do really like them. And the great part is that they're all very affordable. Miss Claire is a very affordable brand. So if you're just getting into makeup and you don't want to spend a lot of money on primers, then I would definitely recommend that one. And as for like smoothing and pore filling primers, the Miss Claire beige primer, it's got a very like skin tone sort of a color to it, and it does really like smooth out your skin. So that one is also a great option. And that is it for primers. I definitely let me know if you want me to do like an extensive video on like the different sort of primers which I would recommend and which I think are absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure I don't have a video like that up, but if you want to see one of those, then definitely let me know. Moving on, next I would say that you should invest in either a BB cream if you have dry skin, like a BB or CC cream. But if you have like combination to oily skin, then just invest in a good sheer to medium coverage compact powder. That is something which is great for everyday wear. palette. But if you have like more problematic skin, if you have like blemishes and like acne marks and pimple spots and all of that, then go for a more medium to full coverage sort of a compact powder. Now if you have like dry skin, then I would say that the only BB cream which I could recommend to you, because I've personally used it as well, is the one by Pond's. Now I will say that it's got pretty good coverage, so it's really great, but it may or may not work, because I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard bad things about it. So I think it's more of like a trial and error thing, and since they do have like a smaller size and also a bigger size, you can first try out the smaller size, and if you like it, then you can go and invest in the bigger size. As for combination to oily skin, if you want some good pressed powder recommendations, I would say the one by Lakme is great. It's their 9 to 5 flawless matte complexion compact. The one by Maybelline Fit Me is also amazing. It's got great coverage. The one by Lakme I would say is more of like a medium coverage, but the one by Fit Me, the Maybelline Fit Me compact, is got almost full coverage, and it covers like all my pimple marks and like acne spots and all of that. So those are also great recommendations. Now that is all I would recommend for like the face, but now we'll move on to the eyes. So for the eyes, I would say that you may or may not invest in an eyeshadow palette, but definitely invest in a good eyeliner as well as a mascara. You can again go for like either or. Like when I just got into makeup, I did not invest in a mascara right in the beginning. I bought my first mascara after a pretty long time, but I will say that I think it just depends on like your lashes and what you think is better for like definition. Now I personally loved my eyeliners, and a liquid liner is something which I feel a lot of people are more comfortable with, but I'm not comfortable with a liquid liner, and honestly I've never used one all my life, so I don't have like liquid liner recommendations for you. But what I used to and I still really love using for my eyeliner is a retractable Kajal pencil, and I've spoken about like so many of my favorites in previous videos. I love the Faces Magneteyes Kajal. I love the the Colorbar Mesmereyes Kajal. I love the Nykaa Rock the Line Kajal. I also love the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. Even they have a retractable Kajal pencil, but definitely check which one you're purchasing, because I feel a lot of the products by Essence, like especially the eye products, have like similar names. So the one which I'm talking about, I'll again link in the description box, so you can check, and I'll actually link like all of these products in the description box. So if you prefer using like an eyeliner for more definition, then you can go for that. If you prefer like mascara, and if you have like shorter lashes and you want a more natural defined look, then you can definitely go for mascara. Some of my favorites, in fact the only mascara which I would like definitely recommend, is the Maybelline the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. That one gives you volume, length, and also separates your lashes, and I absolutely freakingly love that, so I would definitely recommend that one. And I think eyeshadow is something which you can go in like later on and invest in after you've like used makeup for a while. It's not something which you need right in the beginning. Moving on to the face, I think there are a lot of different things you can invest in. There are bronzers, there are contours, blushes, highlights, like all of that. But when you're just getting into makeup, I would say that using a blush would be really great. And the blush which I would recommend if you're just getting into makeup would definitely be the Maybelline Colorshow blush, and it's in the shade Creamy Cinnamon, the one that I have, and that is one of my absolute favorite blushes. I'm pretty sure it is the first blush which I ever invested in. I think the Essence one was first, or the Maybelline one was first, but like both of them look very similar. The Essence one I actually gave away to a friend, because both of them were like so similar that I did not need like both in my collection. So the Essence one I don't have anymore, but the Maybelline one is absolutely freakingly amazing, and I would definitely like highly recommend that to you. Moving on to the last product which I would recommend is definitely a lipstick. Like no matter whether you invest in something else or no, but you need to have a lipstick in your makeup collection when you're just starting out. And there are like so many different types of lipsticks that you can invest in, because there are so many different formulations, colors, finishes, and like all of that. but definitely when you're just getting into using lipsticks, I would definitely say that go for a nude color, because that is something which you can wear every single day. As for formulations and brands and recommendations, I don't think that I can do it in this video. So definitely one of my next videos would be one in which I'm going to be talking about different like lipstick formulations and different like finishes and different brands, and like I'll share all my recommendations that I have with you. So definitely stay tuned for that video, and I'm not going to make this video any further longer, and I'm going to sign off now. I really hope that you found this video helpful and enjoyed watching, and if you are a beginner then you got like some recommendations, I'll definitely do more videos and talk about like all of these different categories more in detail, give you guys my recommendations for every category, and tell you that what you should invest in when you are like starting to get into each of them. And yes, that is it for this video. I'm just gonna like finally sign off now, but before that I want to request all of you that before you click out of this video, please subscribe to my channel, because it would mean the world to me. And also hit on the notification bell button which is next to the subscribe button, because that way you'll get a notification every single time I post a new video. And I'll also leave links to all of the products I mentioned in this video in the description box for all of you to check them out, just in case you're interested in purchasing any of them. And I'll also leave my social media handles in the description box. I have an Instagram and a Snapchat, so you can also follow me there. And yes, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.